It's December 2023, and following the collapse of Wilko, or Wilkinson, a UK department store, I've been down and bought these acrylic paints and canvases for the princely sum of £3 English. I start by taking some scrap wood, cutting it to size and screwing it to the back of the canvas, trying to centralise where possible. This will become important when we get to the bottom of the garden. I'm fairly new to this woodworking lark, and you'll see there are so many things I do wrong. Whether it be cutting, whether it be measuring, it's just painful to watch these days. I am quite good at putting things back where they belong though. A couple of good learning points coming up. You'll see I've put the canvas straight onto a dusty old table. Probably don't want to do that. And here you'll see I screw this into the back of the canvas and then realise the nut and bolt that I need in the middle needs to go in first. I unscrew it, put the nut and bolt in the middle, and then screw it back in again. It's a painful experience learning on the job. Okay, pink cloth. Good idea that, to protect the canvas. So there's learning point number one, is put something down underneath it. Centre up the... Oh, look, we got the nut and bolt in first this time. Well done, learning. So we attach it to a normal drill and test indoors. Right, we've moved outdoors now. This is the bottom of my garden. And as you can see, I'm hoping that Santa brings me either a rake or a leaf blower for Christmas. I start with the A4 picture. I set it all up, get the paint, give it a shake, open all the lids, and apply in little drips and drabs. Spin. It's that simple. And that much fun as well. It does throw paint everywhere though. That's what I've done at the bottom of the garden. Repeat with the A3. It's important to tighten the bolt in the middle, otherwise you don't get any grip. Learning point number two, I guess. This time I'm going to apply the paint in generously and in stripes to see if it makes a difference. You can judge when we have a look at the result in a minute. And this is what they look like at this stage. So next stage is to make some picture frames. So we get, oh look at that, Michael Jackson gloves. They're nice, aren't they? Remove the buttons, and I'm going to write on them and keep them for another day. I did some of these during the summer, so I regret not keeping them. But also, I love having junk hanging around the workshop. It gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. So I put these two canvases and the battens to one side, use those another day. Table saw, right, okay, things do get a bit ugly from here on in. I removed the back plate safety thing, as I want to live like Dangerous Brian. And I cut the first bit of my picture frames. Wow, did you see that jump? And again, and again. Oh, and then you use your push stick. It's jumping like Red Rum at the Grand National. You've got to work out how to stop that. I unplug and display the plug on the worktop to please the Bobble Hat Patrol, who will no doubt complain about me touching the blade from time to time. I tidy up with a chisel because that's what woodworkers do. And then I add a bit of sanding because I love the noise of the sander. Okie dokie. Hands up. I will admit that I made a right pig's ear of this part of the job. I think I'm being clever by offering up the canvas into the rebate and then using this little, I don't know, little off cut, I guess, to act as the side frame. And I cut them on the miter saw. I placed the canvas inside, and then I wonder what I was doing when Mr. Cork was trying to teach me maths way back in the 1980s. I don't know how I got to this point, but I start thinking, can I leave the gap around the side, or do I trim the edges? I'm all over the place. In the end, a little bit of trimming here. Captain Nibbles is of no help. He comes over, but he means well. And we'll stick this in the vise. At least I put a cloth there to protect it. I will hand saw off a smidgen, that's a UK measurement, off the edge. I realise I've got to cut into that rebate as well, which is a bit of a bugger. Chisel again, because that's what woodworkers do. And then try on the other side. And this time use a tenon saw, because I want to show off that I've got more than one handsaw. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, thumbs up, he's happy. Tidy up again, put things away, biscuit on the nose, always a winner. And what next? Move the camera and right. Are we happy with this? No. How has that happened? We got to cut the other end as well. Okay, repeat, repeat, repeat. At least I'm doing the same process over and over. Okay, over to the miter saw and cut, while Bailey waves his left leg around. Cut them to size, run a sander over them. Should be good, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? Come on, have confidence. Turns out you're right to have a lack of confidence in me. Still not got that right. Still not sure what I've done wrong, but get the pencil, make another mark, back to the miter saw, cut it off. Job's a good one, surely. Okay, final fit up, and yep, it's perfect. At this stage, I probably could have edited out half the stuff that you've just watched. Just pretend I got it done first time. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to show you, and new woodworkers in particular, just how hard it is. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. Anyway, that's perfect. That's finished. Let's move on. Right, next. The other one I did mitered, and we're going to try doing a glue up using the blue sticky tape method. You've seen this many, many times. Everybody uses blue tape for gluing up. This is yellow tape. It's much, much better. Promise you, yellow tape better than blue tape. Have I let you down so far? Bit of the glue in the corners. Use your finger. Don't know where to wipe that. Go and find a tissue or something. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Oh my God, what's happened here? Ah! Turns out yellow tape is actually low tack tape used for painting. Never mind. You've all seen this before, done with blue tape. This is done with green tape. Green tape is so much better than blue tape. I promise you. What can possibly go wrong? So, do it all over again. I'm using this other piece of plank here just to make sure they're all nice and level. I thought that's a good touch. I learned that myself. Didn't learn that off YouTube. That's me. That's me learning on the job. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One-handed with the old glue. Put that in there. Give it a wipe down. I haven't got the cloth with me. I'll have to wipe it on my hand. Round and round she goes. Job done. Right. Move that out of the way. Clamp. Clamp. Clamp, clamp, clamp. Squeeze, squeeze. Clamp, 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 clamp. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Put the, turn them around. That's good. That's good. No, 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 no. Turn them flat. Turn them flat. Turn them flat. Why would you put them over the top? It's not going to work. And the reason you don't put them over the top, how are you going to get the picture frame in, dude? You going to let it dry and then put the picture frame in, or are you going to test it first? You need to test it before you let the glue dry. You see? Not going in, is it? You have to unclamp now. Unclamp. Put them in. Put them in. Now clamp. Yeah, well done. At least you learnt that before the glue dried, I suppose. Possibly could have left the clamps on, to be fair. But I suppose the green tape is supposed to do the job. Right, we're done. Well done. Brilliant. You won't get those days of your life back, will you? Okay, sanding. I won't show you too much of this because nobody likes sanding. And even fewer people like watching sanding. Turns out your editor's a bit of a liar, isn't he? He's showing a lot more sanding, but this is important. See the glue patches here? They need getting off. They need getting off before you go to varnishing. Right, a bit of sawdust into the corners with a bit of glue to hide the holes, the gaps in the sides. Turns out I'll regret that at the end because it's not that good. Right, here we are, varnishing. Now, I hate varnishing and painting almost as much as I hate sanding. Got me Michael Jackson white gloves on again. And this is just hard wax, clear coat stuff that came with the oak skirting board that I had installed in the kitchen about 2 years ago. So hopefully it'll be all right. But lastminute.com Christmas presents, who cares? Plus, we're into the final stages. Standards drop when you get into the final stretch, don't they? Use a rubber hammer to knock that down again. I'll keep that fresh. That's a good idea. And Chunky Monkey looks on. Look at that. Look, hanging like meat hooks. That looks proper professional, doesn't it? And we'll have a little look around the workshop as well if you want, while the chunky monkey's waiting for something. There's the pictures there. There's all my clamps hanging up. Mitre saw, normally jigs underneath it, planer, table saw on a roller. Those are sticks ready for bird tables. There's a bird box. Those are the pictures I did during the summer as a test for this one. Picture frames need splining. Bird box that's not a bird box, it's got a wine glass in it. Those are the acrylics for next time. Here's the boy. What's he waiting for? What's he keep looking at over here? There it is. It's the biscuit box. He knows where that is. And obviously we'll go for the biscuit on the nose trick again.
Wait. Nose.
He's a good boy, isn't he, eh? This is where all my paint lives. I've got boxes, I've got woods up there. These are all power tools on the right. I've got some offcuts. A fridge with a beer in it. We'll have a beer in a minute. And there we go. This is the final beauty shot. I'll be quiet on this so you can listen to the boy drinking, but look at the corners. Shite, aren't they?
Lovely. Hope you've enjoyed. See you again.